There we go. Alrighty, hey everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Hey to David, her ladyship, Bassman, Basswoman, and Taylor. Now, and indeed anybody else who was out there. Now let me just flick the link up. Where's my cursor gone? There's my cursor. We're going to go copy. All done. Paste and send. Now, well, you'll see where I'm at very shortly. Yeah. Oh, ready to finish the Impala today, I am.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Just waiting for, here he is. Hardly ho.
Hello.
All righty. Now, first things first, of course.
How you doing?
Good.
What you got there,
this
Dave?
builder. Chairman's room.
What kind of room?
Pardon?
Chairman's room.
Chairman.
Yeah. It's like 40% proof. So that's
Now,
That's a nice nighttime cap, huh?
Hmm.
Oh Lord, look at that, Rob.
yeah, it's not quite on, and there's a few problems. There we are.
Yeah, it can be a little tricksy.
There we are.
If it's the British Leyland car, you just have to use the sledgehammer to bash it into position.
Now, it's not quite sitting there, I don't think. There we are. Now, I haven't actually glued it. That was just part of a trial run. Well, that's all good. One of the problems I've had is parts of the undercarriage have come off. That's not disastrous, however. Excuse me. What I can pretty easily do is I actually do have this brush on cement. That's the wrong one. That's not the one I want. That's not what they want. But I do. Here we go. Maybe here. Yes, that's the cement I'm after. That I can it's got a brush that I can potentially slide up along here.
Right.
And then just go click and hold.
I don't think I've ever used brushed on cement.
I'm not well. The advantage it has is that you can slide it in between things. And I'm pretty much prepared to say I'm going to do that. Or at least I'm going to go apply some glue and then go splash.
I've used that Gorilla Glue that has the brush applicator. And that bonds it pretty quickly, about like super glue.
Yeah. Now, trick's going to... I've given myself a bit of a poke. Wait, here's a line for you. And it's a term that I reckon... Now, there's some other points I can put the glue as well. I can put it up the top here as well to help hold that in. That'll look nice once it's in. But the problem I've given myself is it's pretty tight in. So where to put the glue, if you follow me. Now, let me just... Right. Yeah, I'm definitely going the brush option. Particularly...
Well, it's looking pretty spiffy there.
Yeah, but it's going to be easier to apply with this than with the needle, I think, when it comes to gluing. Now, this particular type of glue or brand of glue, I'm less of a fan of, to be honest. Actually, Look, it's sitting pretty. Get this though. This is without glue.
Oh yeah, sometimes you don't have to glue them in. Some you do. Some required to be glued in because that motherfucker will not stay in there.
It's not going to sit quite right without glue. That much I can tell. So
That's like with my Impala here. I've not glued the chassis into it, and it's in there.
yeah, sometimes you get parts like that, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I watched the biggest part of the stream yesterday when we got back last night. And matter of fact, did you see where I chimed in right before y'all got off?
Never mind. Yeah, the engine of the Fokker's coming along.
Yeah, I saw you how you painted the propeller. That looks really nice. And your train's
Gotta put
coming
the
along
brand
pretty
on
nice
it
there
now.
too, David.
Pardon?
Yeah, so getting there.
Now, actually, here I'm going to come on.
We went to a antique shop yesterday in Raleigh called Pig
Oh,
Pig.
yeah. Called what?
Man, I'll tell you what, that place was a little it was a lot out of our league. Man, their shit was expensive.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. Now this place was
when I went looking for on the net for office chairs, you know how I recently got myself one.
yeah.
Initially, I looked on the net just to get an idea as to what I was looking for, and did my search. Now I'm going to hold this for a little while, I reckon. And I was a bit longer. Might need to tidy up some paintwork. We'll see.
This was one of those shops where there was a lot of kind of
success.
yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Kind of sophisticated,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
well
yeah.
dressed elderly women spending their late husband's money in there.
That's hilarious.
And they had some really cool stuff, man. A lot of really old antiques, furniture. If you can think of it, they had it in there. They even had a bat skeleton in a frame.
Wow.
$300.
Beautiful.
I'll get two.
What's that?
When you buy two.
I know, right? Yeah, that motherfucker's still sitting in that shop. 100%.
Very happy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
You can sing us a song, play us a tune.
Now we're going to let that dry. So then I'm very happy. And once that's dry, I'll be fixing the hose and the wiring. Would be the trick, I think.
A trick.
But,
A trick.
yeah, pretty happy with that. Wow. Now I should put that somewhere safe to dry. Because there's a couple of other things I'll in fact, need to do. Get this out of the way to here.
So did you go back and check your email and see where I sent you that one yesterday morning?
I'm trying to think. I've tried to watch it on my phone, and for some reason it didn't come through on my phone.
Oh, really?
Watched it. Yeah, don't ask me what the I can't even begin to. Yeah, I can't fathom what the reason for that is. My best answer is because the phone was being a cunt to me. Very simple, really.
Yeah, so is Basswoman's phone. She's having a hard time with her data. It keeps telling her storage is full, and she deleted stuff and she moved stuff. And
yeah. Look, telephones can provide a tale of woe.
yeah, so whoa, all right.
Now, carefully. Oh, yes, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy with this how it's coming together now. It's looking nice. I've still, however, there's some undercarriage damage I've got to fix. Oh, undercarriage damage. I'm a pilot and I didn't know it. Now, something I did yesterday, but wasn't actually happy with, so I'm going to redo, is the roof. I've given it a bit more thought as to how I can do this. So yeah.
Oh, you put your white tape. You put that white tape on it.
Boom. I did. But I did one piece, and I think I'm better served to do 3 pieces, as will soon be revealed. Now we're going to go. So we're going to need to cut about there. We might as well do 2 that size. Because what I've seen, what I've failed to factor in, is that where there are seams and creases, on the video I watched, they tend to put a separate piece of tape to create that seam.
Yep. That's how I do my vinyl tops when I do them.
Now, hopefully I get this tape started nice and easy. This is a bit cunty to start, but we'll see. Hello, this bit's looking promising. Come on, you know you want to. Don't lie to me. This is actually the hardest part of working with this tape. Gotcha. Getting the fucking stuff started. Now, we go up there. Oh no, we have to go straight across that way. Okay. And you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, yes, you can. There we are. So we're going to go there. Bring that down there. And right the way. You stay there, damn you.
How's the weather where everybody's at today?
Pardon?
How's the weather where everybody's at today?
Chilly, but sunny enough that I can do washing. Which I'm quite happy.
Because it's Sunday, I didn't do any washing. It's been dry, but there's rain now and there's going to be raining overnight. Got a front going through. But it's supposed to stay dry tomorrow, hopefully.
My laundry's still into the dryer. We washed today, but as far as it went from the wash to the dryer.
Well, the bigger thing is I've got I need to wash some bed clothes.
Yeah, that's got to be done tomorrow next year.
Well, the thing is the sheets are actually really thick. And they can take quite a while to dry. And because I've also got been a bit slack as one can be on occasion, especially as a single male, I have let my washing build up a bit. And so obviously I've got to attend to that, which is a bit annoying.
So our friend Taylor was
means with any rain arrives.
We need some rain. The damn humidity is so bad around here.
I may have to go to the laundromat to dry my sheets. Is the thing.
That's a good idea.
I'm trying to be a bit more precise with this to get this really nice and looking good. It's coming together on that one part. I cut you short there, Bassman. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Now you go right ahead. I would probably run one on each corner and then run the wide down the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to aim to do.
Right. That way you had that seam on each side.
Yeah, like we've got, this is one corner I'm doing now. Now,
Yep.
this bit of tape, I need to maybe address. Splash.
I might try that on my next one. Get some of that tape and doing that.
Now, this is not staying on the bottom there quite the way I'd like it to. There we are. Now, there's one part. That's not going to matter. There we are. One corner there. One seam. Now, next. My thumb is going a bit numb, which is no fun at parties. There we have him. Excuse me, just.
So damn hot over here. The birds are sitting under the damn trees, fanning themselves and drinking lemonade.
I tell you what is something to check out when you see when it is really hot is the way that birds will do that. Like I normally have a bird bath set up, and you'll see them just come and sit in the water.
Yep.
It's funny as fuck.
Damn worm came out of the ground and slithered by the bird, and the bird looked down and said, "Man, you good." You know, they're having European soccer over here in North Carolina, and they've had to stop their training because of the humidity so bad.
Yeah, right.
My friend Taylor told us that information today. That Germany, Norway, and Scotland are using North Carolina for a training base camp.
Jesus. Yeah, that's not their weather.
Nope.
Mind you, the modern athletes are conditioned for all sorts of capers. Here's an interesting one for you. Of course, this one's not cooperated. Now I'll have to trim a bit more. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. In South Africa, some of the rugby grounds there are so high above sea level, like the air itself is actually thinner, and if you're from that particular area, well, that's all right because you're used to that.
Oh yeah.
If you're not, the guys who play over there, or if there's this thing to go over there, they usually have to do specific altitude training to address that issue.
They'd have to.
And yeah, it's just like, wow. So you'd assume that drop the piece of tape I was looking to use. Never mind.
That'd fuck up their breathing, right?
Pardon?
That'd fuck up their breathing, right?
Well, yeah.
Lack of oxygen.
Yep.
But so you'd figure in the same way that when it comes to heat, Northern European sides would do some sort of work with that.
Yeah, you usually get
they probably have to deal with that potentially in games anyway.
They get it 2 months beforehand just to get to acclimatise. Bugger.
Yeah.
But what's it normally the hottest over there? About 80 degrees or 10?
David, what's normally a hot day in the UK?
Above 26 degrees to about 30. That's called heat.
Wow.
Everything just falls apart to 30, 32.
Wow.
So please enlighten us over here in the States what that is in our Fahrenheit. 30 or 32.
30 or
Like
32.
90 to
That's
100.
not very much, mate. It's I can actually do the calculation now.
Oh, that's right. You can.
Okay, so we start at 32, and then we're actually going to be taking the 32 being the given temperature and multiply that by 1.8. So straight away, 32 times 0.8, that's 204. Wait a minute, just blew my mind for a moment. We've got 16 there. We've got 240 there, 25.6. So then that becomes 57.6. Add the 32 is 89.
89.
Yeah,
Oh man, I wish it was just
89.6.
89 over here. It's 100 degrees right now over here.
They'd certainly be enjoying it. And I don't mean that in a, I'm sure you know what I'm saying.
Man.
I remember because over
bad.
here in the pre-season sort of a time of training for rugby, or indeed any winter sport, it sort of overlaps a bit with when there's still a bit of the hot weather, of course. And I remember, more than one occasion, training session would be on a 37+ degree day. And the way you deal with those, that they would be short and intense sessions.
Well, the hot months hadn't even got here yet. Because normally it's hotter than hell around July and August over here.
Yeah, about August, July, August, and we get hot over here then.
I wish your hot was our hot. I can
Personal
enjoy that.
perspective. I mean, yeah. I mean, what we call hot, compare and contrast to say what a person from India or somewhere like that would call hot.
Oh man, I know shit.
That would do your head in. That would be serious shit. Not just moderate shit, serious shit.
Like heat over here in Arizona. It gets brutal hot.
Every time I think of Arizona, I think there's a Public Enemy song by the time I get to Arizona. That's what I think of. It's got a very funky little riff. But yes, I know Arizona gets hellishly hot.
Yes, it does. Europe, Nevada, Arizona. Yeah, they get hot.
That's good.
Yeah.
So yesterday when we were in that antique shop, there was a too old of a piano.
Oh yeah.
But this little Asian girl, she was probably 10 years old.
And she was setting that piano alight, wasn't she?
Yes, sir. We stood there when she sat down, and she kept looking back at us, and you could tell she was like wanting us to leave. So we stepped around the corner, and her dad sat down, and she played very well.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, damn.
I used to share house with a Korean girl who was studying music at uni. And she was a pianist. And mate, when she was practicing, oh dear Lord, something to hear.
I can imagine. I mean, even what that we heard yesterday, I can only imagine.
She, yeah, you'd be watching the TV. Back then, I actually did watch TV. We'll leave that discussion there. And she, then you'd hear this potentially one of the great piano concertos that's being ripped out casually in the next room. And it's like, yes, swish.
I know, right? And you hear someone that young playing any kind of musical instrument, and you think to yourself, damn, what have I done with my life?
Well, the classic example in my eyes, and of course I'm going to make mention of this of him because he's my musical hero, is Randy Rhoads. He started playing music when he was very, very young. Before he touched a guitar, he had already played the saxophone and the cello and done quite well with them, apparently. I saw this on an interview with his mother. And because of the knowledge that he had acquired from that, but he wanted to play guitar. And because he had done well with those other instruments, yeah, this side is not sitting in properly, this side is. So give me a moment. What we're going to do, hold, where's our fast glue? Yeah, because he had done well on those, that was why his parents were willing to go, yeah, okay, well, you can play a guitar then. And yes, he got kind of obsessive with it. And apparently in a ridiculously short period of time, I think it might even have been 6 months, his teacher said to his mother, I can't teach Randy anymore. She said, oh, why not? What has he done? He said, I've taught him all I know. She said, oh, Paul, you're just having fun with me. He said, I've taught him all I know. And she's just gone, really? And he's just called him over and said, Randy, play this. Now play this. Repeated process. And so it went. And yeah, so young people, if they get obsessed on something, wow, watch the results happen. Yeah, and clearly he was, because when the story rolls that when he met when he met Ozzy, it was actually one of the few times that Ozzy was able to stay clean, because Randy was never about partying hard as a rock star. He was all about music. So there's something to consider.
Well, I've seen some kids and people that just have the talent, skill they're born with, that just
pick
it up real quickly and just, of course, they need, training and, what for us, but,
they've still got to apply themselves and practice, of course.
But to understand music at a young age and play it, it's just amazing, man.
Oh, yeah. And again, they can have talent, but they've got to do all the practice, of course. It doesn't just happen. Here's an interesting one for you. You know Mozart?
Mm-hmm.
His father was a quite noted musician himself.
Huh.
Leopold Mozart, and it was because of his nurturing of his son's talent that at a very young age, young Wolfgang was playing at in front of nobility and kings.
Well, gang on with this.
And yeah, so there you go. Now, what I might do here, I need to get a pencil of some variety, or a marker at least.
Well, I know it's not a requirement now, but when I was in school, it was a music class was a requirement. I don't think
It wasn't where I did school. The reason I first took up a musical instrument was because I knew a guy who played saxophone, and he encouraged me to take it up because, and I quote, you get to miss a half hour of normal lessons because you got your music lesson, and on top of that, once you're good enough to get in the band, you miss another another hour worth of lessons. This sounded pretty damn good to me, and
yeah, we all had we all had flutes we had to carry home and practice, and you had to learn a song by the end of the year.
There was a thing that's generally pretty widely done over here with, they're not flutes, or at least we don't call them that, we call them recorders. They're a straight liner flute. And
straight line flute.
Yeah, I'd say they're the same instrument. We're just calling them something different.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, point being that we do them as well, but there was no formal set up throughout the system, if you know what I'm saying.
Huh.
Aside from that, if you want to do music, that's entirely on yourself.
No, it was a requirement school I went to. Didn't y'all have music class? You had to? Yeah, Bassman had as well.
Okay. No, it's just not the way it rolls over here. It's like I said, it's something you do of your own volition.
I'll tell you one thing they should have kept in school is cursive writing. Our son, cursive writing.
Don't they do that? Don't they do that over in?
They don't do it over here no more. It's not a requirement. It hasn't been for years.
Wow.
But our son, he's smart as a whip, very intelligent. But he struggles with reading cursive. We actually found a bunch of letters from this one family, two different families, that were written from 1956 up until 69. And so we bought like 25 of them. And a lot of the letters were college parents talking back and forth to their college kids. Yeah. And me and Bassman had to help him read them in cursive because, cursive just not a thing anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, writing's not going to be a thing for too many more years anyhow.
Yeah. Ayo. Wow. Yeah, I know there's quite a few things that I would have taken as just purely for granted that don't really happen anymore. I'll tell you one thing that I do now, bearing in mind my education was a Jesuit education. They have slightly different, they actually require you to, there's something that was compulsory at our school. You had to attend religious classes. That was all part of the curriculum.
Really?
Well, yeah, it was a Jesuit school.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that a while ago.
Again, as I've said on more than one occasion, why my parents, having raised me as an atheist, sent me to a Catholic school is beyond my comprehension. But they did. And part of that was you had to go to religion classes where, yeah, you discussed, well, religion shit, which was to me, what the fuck? Yeah, like I said, why would you send a kid who you've raised as an atheist to a religion-based school? But hey, but yeah, that was one thing that was compulsory. The other thing, and this is actually a good thing I got from going there, was that you were required to do a sport in summer and winter. It was a requirement, or an expectation at bare minimum. And
we had gym class, so I mean it's pretty much the same thing.
oh, you had PE, but you're also expected to go and play sport for the school.
Really?
Yeah, it was an expectation. It wasn't necessarily enforced.
Okay, expectation. All right, gotcha.
But it was certainly an expectation that you would. And yeah. Now the one good thing that comes out of that, for speaking for myself, is that I got used to the idea that I should exercise. Now, this isn't quite cooperating as the way I wish it to. This, I thought this tape would be, it certainly supplies the look. But what it also does is give a whole lot of, it's not as easy to work with as I thought. The one on the Mercedes was a dream.
Is it not wanting to bond stick?
Yeah, well, it keeps raising up. But I think, now you need to stay down.
God, it's not been painted, right?
No.
Okay. Did you clean it with alcohol prior to putting the tape on there?
No. So that might be a factor.
Yeah, because the oil in your fingers is very possible that it's got it on there while it keeps filling up.
Yeah, look,
that came up too easy. Yeah.
I would suggest that's not a bad little idea. Now, I do know I have some. This is starting to get a bit, I want it to look good, obviously. Otherwise, it's just going to look shitty. Now, something I also need to attend to is, now that side's, the back part here needs to sit up a bit. There we are. This is going to be a bit of a process, I think, but that's okay. So we'll hold that there. But it will sit properly. Oops, a daisy. That could be annoying. We'll hold that for a little bit. And then we'll track down this alcohol, which I think is actually on my desk.
I actually get a packet of these little alcohol pads from the Walmart.
Ah.
And that's what I use on mine. I keep a bundle here on my table.
All right. Well, it's starting to come together nicely. It's a bit of a process. Now, this side needs to be raised up a bit. Like that. To sit correctly.
So how'd your fishing go? Y'all go fishing 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, gone off.
It's gone.
Him gone.
He's out to lunch. He's in the garden. He's out working the hula hoop. Chasing ducks.
Yeah, it was all right, thanks, man. The we tried a new spot, and it's very interesting as far as spots go. We reckon it's one of those things where we need to spend some time learning how to fish it, if you know what I mean. Because of course, a spot can be good, but you need to know its little tricks and trades and how the fish operate there. So we're probably going to go back there next week, we're thinking. Right, we're getting very close now to having this where it needs to sit, and then I can...
Well, I know the fishing there where you're at totally different from how it is here where I live, but if I try out new places, I know there's 2 baits I can take, and I'll probably catch a fish. If I don't catch a fish on the 2 baits I carry, there's not fish in that place probably. And that's a plastic worm,
right.
a plastic worm and a spinner bait.
Over here, a general catch-all, excuse me while my arm comes, there it is. I'm going to need to, there we are, come here, you.
My belly.
Yeah, that's it. What you would regard as a pretty much will catch most or a lot of fish is a small shellfish called a cockle.
Cockle.
Yep, and they a lot of species will hit a cockle, but of course, when I say a lot of species will hit it, it also means that if you're targeting some species, they may or may not. The cockles are very popular because you can catch whiting, you can catch tommies, you can catch all sorts of fish with them. And but yeah, myself, I'm a bigger fan of using specific baits, if you see what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
And that's why with brim, fish pieces are good, and they tend to attract. As far as bycatches, you will get some, and they're usually going to be something interesting. Yeah, cockles will attract smaller fish, bits of fish, whilst fish pieces will attract brim, which is our target species. I think you're right about this alcohol. It certainly feels much cleaner to work with as a surface straight away.
Yeah, a lot of times I do the trick right there. I know in the past I have caught brim, a certain size, and put the hook through their dorsal fin and threw them out there and caught bass off of a whole brim.
There's a thing you can do. There's a species of fish, freshwater fish, called the Murray cod. And as you can gather, it's mostly found in the River Murray, and it's a type of cod. Who would have thought with a name like that, eh? And they grow quite large, like, well, all cod species pretty much do, to my understanding. And you can actually, if you catch a carp, a small enough one, put a hook through a carp's back, use a whole carp, and lob that out there, and cod are big enough to go, I'm
Yep.
I'm eating that. And they'll do so quite happily. Why? Because they're fucking cod, mate. I saw this awesome piece of footage the other day. I should track it down and send it to you. And what it is it shows. Okay, you know how cod generally have really big mouths,
Yep.
and what they do is they can, of course, take in quite sizable fish. In fact, because of that fact. And basically, it's one of the sea cod species, and it's munged down a whole small shark, and it's basically come in, just taken it from the front, and taken it from the head, and basically a few bites, and it's like wow. And somehow the shark doesn't look that much smaller than the cod itself, but the cod's just gone, nah, I'm eating that, and has then proceeded to do so. And the shark's had no say about it. You can see it's trying to get away, as it might, but good luck with that. Cod says no. I have to, like I said, I'll track it down and send it to you.
All right.
It's something to see. As nature is when it does its thing.
So did y'all land any or not?
Oh yeah, 4,
Okay.
which is all right, but I mean, I remember our best ever day, and bearing in mind this is a sheer number, but the size wasn't always there, was 31.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of those were really small ones. And yeah, it wasn't. That was one of the times that we decided that we wanted more size than sheer number. That was one of the moments that actually did it for us. Was that it was great to catch all of that, but they weren't really testing our skills as far as on the fight,
I don't know. I've had some days where I've caught sheer numbers, and that was one of my best fishing experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, this was fun, and we were pretty stoked. But there was something a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if shallow is quite the word, but we'll roll with that.
Well, I've mentioned before that every year, one time a year over here, the water actually turns over. And if you can catch it, that's some of the best fishing you can do. I've caught it a couple of times. And
Yeah,
I've
well,
literally had a fish in my hand and took my rod and threw it out behind me off the side of the boat and hooked another fish and had to drop that one in the water to reel in the one I had caught.
well, this is what we'd when we caught these ones. I mean, like I said, as you can gather, it was pretty much hand over fist sort of behaviour. We discovered there's a point in one of the rivers we fish, where it's what am I saying? Ah, there we are. I am going to have to anchor some parts of this tape down on the side. I've just discovered. Anyway, but we discovered that if you cast pretty much directly underneath the bridge, you're guaranteed a hit
Yep.
at this particular locale. It wasn't a question of, or what was the point? If you weren't getting hits under the bridge at that place, that part of the river, you weren't catching anything anywhere. It's pretty lively, but again, the size really isn't there, as the bishop said to the choir boy. Um, and yeah, so that's why we were sort of, it was a discussion we were having. And then when we discovered we could catch quite big ones down the Hindmarsh, that's when we started fishing down there. But then that started or ceased producing fish because of the floods and the algal bloom and da da da. Although we want to go back down there and have a look. That's why we started getting into carp fishing, you see. Okay, this angle's looking far better than it was before. I'm much happier with this.
Is it
Takes a
sticking
lot
better?
longer to get it right, but all right, we'll get this finished. We will. Now let's see how this is traveling. It's still sitting a bit more nicely, I think, but am I just being fussy? No, I am not just being fussy. I do need to do that. Okay.
I think there was one other time that we caught the water where it turned over. The buddy of mine that I used to always fish with, his name was Chris as well. And
Well, was that his surname as well?
his name was Chris, same as mine.
No, but was and I was being silly. You said,
Surname.
you just caught it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's very silly. Yes, I know.
But
Anyway, you were saying, mate.
we were crappie fishing one day, and we caught like 58 crappie within like an hour and a half. A crappie is kind of like a bass over here,
Okay.
like a bass brim mixture kind of.
This is being a bit cunty too. That one's solid. Okay, so we're going to return to this one. You know, you want to. That's where you're meant to be. No, you just. I feel like I'm sounding like Adam Sandler in what was it, Happy Gilmore?
Oh
Something like
shit!
that. What? Don't you want to go to your home?
Ain't that where Bob Barker beat his ass?
I don't know, but ultimately he's yelling at a golf ball. I remember that much.
Yeah, Bob Barker was.
Looking at the inside area here, I think I'm just being a bit fussy. I just need to let that dry.
There was a game show over here called The Price Is Right, and he was the host of it.
Yeah, we had in UK.
We get that. Or we used to get that. We don't have it currently. We had a local version as well. And I have seen Family Guy have, I think the line is, I'll be as out of place as Prince on the Price Is Right. And of course, you know, goes down the line of different contestants as to what the price is, and they're all very excited and animated. Then it comes to, so what price do you guess, Prince? $3.50. What was that? $3.50. $3.50. And the right price is $3.50. You win, Prince. Yay.
Fun fact: you know that golf courses take up about 2 million acres of land here in the United States?
That doesn't surprise me.
And when did
I know
when did they
that
make golf? When did they make golf a rich man's game? Why do you got to be a member of a fucking country club to go take a metal stick to hit a round
I
ball in
can
the hole?
answer that for you right there. It's in the wording. You see, everybody makes the mistake of thinking that country club is spelled COUNTRY. That O does not exist. Yeah, it's.
Fucking ridiculous.
I reckon you'll find the reason for that is because it's now become a way of networking, but within business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, golf's a really big thing over here, and probably most places as
It's
well.
become a bit of a thing around here locally because we have had the Live Golf Tournament, which is Saudi backed, come through. And there's been concerns raised by human rights groups because Saudi Arabia is known for human rights abuses, and also because it's resulting in alterations to the parklands that a lot of people are not in favour of. But then my mate Chris, who works at the airport, explains that a lot of people actually come to Adelaide just for golf. Golf tourism is a thing.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm going, seriously? He said, yeah, mate. He said, and if Adelaide upgrades its facilities, and he explained to me that with, I think it's Adelaide itself, or certainly one of the, Adelaide's got 3 pro standard courses. And he said on one of them, the waiting list, just to get on the waiting list, costs 25 grand.
Really? That is
Yep.
ridiculous.
It is. It's morally wrong.
Yeah, like
But we
Bassman
live in a
just said,
society
like
that
Bassman just said,
sanctions.
like wipe your ass with $100 bills.
I mean, that to me, that the society that I live in sanctions that sort of indulgence. Meanwhile, there are homeless people who can't get a decent meal.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not entirely comfortable with this.
Yep.
Veterans that don't have a house to live in.
Yep.
Children that don't have a meal other than school.
So again, yes, the spelling of country club completely misdone.
I concur. But the rich folks got to have their luxuries.
Oh, look, there's a great Motorhead song that covers that subject for you. Eat the rich.
Man. Is it true?
It's another one, the song of a lot of Motorhead's lyrics are absolutely hilarious. And certainly that's one of the ones that has some highly amusing lyrics. Because one of them's, they say that music is the food of love. I wonder if you're hungry enough.
Damn.
Although my favorite Motorhead lyric is actually from a song called Killed by Death. And
Killed?
yeah, and this is coming together much better now. But yeah, do you know Killed by Death?
No.
The opening lyrics are, you got to get the whole Lemmy growl going for this one. And it's, if you grease my lizard, I'll put my snake in you.
The fuck?
I'm a romantic adventure, and I'm a reptile too. You think, Jesus. That's yeah, that's sort of spelling it all out for the lady in question, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, the but that reminds me, what we need.
Uh-oh.
Dirty Limerick time. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
There was a young girl of Baroda who built herself a pagoda. The walls of its halls were hung with the balls of the tools of the falls that bestrode her. Very good.
Dear God. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're definitely going to need to go that way.
And my damn air conditioner has run non-stop since this morning.
Well, it's been non-stop since this morning.
My damn air conditioning unit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about hitting the heater again. It's getting a wee bit. I had it quite warm before, and that's all well and good. But the it's getting a wee bit cold now. Ha! I was going to say there's a Bengal song there, you know. You ready? It's really quite cold now. Yeah, I did that. That was pretty bad.
I must concur. Yeah, so now. How does that song go?
Yeah, look, it's probably best I just leave it there.
Yeah, I can hear it in my head, but I can't say the lyrics to it.
What is it?
I think we're alone now.
Yeah. That's all we know.
Yeah, that's about all I know. But you
Well,
know,
that's woman over here singing it. That's one of the big dog.
yeah, but yeah.
That's one that actually got a pretty voice. She used to sing in her church with her mama.
Well, does he know the complete lyrics of the actual song that we're referencing here?
She knows about
Of course.
the chorus of it.
Okay. I'm sure she can do no worse than what I just did.
Yeah, I got banned from singing my dirty jokes around the house. I can't sing my little dirty songs. Bass woman, our son, says, "What the hell's wrong with you?" That stuff's actually happened to people. I was like, all right. Can't sing about my uncle no more.
Well, you know what you can't sing about? Wanting to take somebody to a gay bar.
He goes.
Gay bar, gay bar, gay. I think that the funny part about that gay bar sketch is how
Yeah, that's right.
is you can
I
see
just think about
that
it too.
after his first run through on the riff, you can see that he's latched onto the fact that this is not approved of.
Yep.
But unperturbed, he continued.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty good actually.
It's the guy who does the piano in that scene also actually hosts a game show called Pointless. And it's actually quite a clever show because what the aim is, they give studio audiences a whole stack of questions as to what are these, and once they've answered, they basically collate the answers as to how many people knew it, and if it's sometimes no one knows an answer, they give it could be an obscure thing.
Mm.
And the idea is that you try to score as fewer points as possible. You want to identify those answers that they would have given that are correct in a certain category, and also not many people know it.
Right.
And it's actually quite educational, I find.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been going on over here for years.
You can see it on YouTube. And look, just for entertainment value and even educational value, it's great. There we are. That's the stuff. I just wipe off the. I know you can still sort of see it. I used some texter to mark out where I needed to. Now, bearing in mind that the rest of that should, in theory, or the marking points should not matter because they should be off the area.
Theoretically.
Now, let's see how we go this time. Let's see how we go. It goes that way around, Rob. Let's get you started. Come on now. Come on. Really now? Come on. Oh, no. Maybe not. Let's try the other side. I think maybe. Yes.
Yeah, it's pointless. It's that chap you mentioned before, Armstrong.
Yes.
Yes, he's a host with chap named Osmond. He's now finished with it. Osmond was where he made up all the details. He's
So what?
and he does another show as well, another channel. So he's very good.
Yeah,
knows a
right.
lot. And there's some books out as well you can get.
He's yeah, interesting.
Who we're talking about?
Well, aside from the host, one of
Richard
the
Osmond. That's it.
Richmond, yeah, he's basically the facts guy from the show Pointless. The man who presents the facts and supplies basically banter as well for the host. And he's got his own show. Put up here. So there you go.
That's a program
I'm
y'all
not
watch over
surprised with
there.
that. He's very good.
That's a program y'all watch over there or watched.
Yeah. So comes on about 5:15 over here in the afternoon.
5:15?
Yeah.
That's a weird time, right?
No, it's sort of a 45-minute show. So it's it's 45. So that gives us for the time where people are sitting down for the after dinner. So they usually like 5ish until about 6. Then 6 o'clock, the news comes on.
Yeah, it is.
Because
y'all
it's
ever
the
hear?
BBC.
Who?
I say yes, it's the BBC. There's no adverts.
Right. Starting to get places with this at last.
Interesting.
Yeah, you find different cultures have different approaches towards dinner time and stuff. And as to when they do things, what's more. Here's an interesting one for you. Hot cultures from hot climates tend to do things more in the evening.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Whereas those of us from colder climates,
I mean, that's how we do over here.
some more daytime things.
Yep, that's how we do over
Why
here. In
is
the
it a lot
morning,
nicer then?
and then late in the evenings, you get outside and do some more things.
Tell you what, I can't help but think that the Mexicans with the siestas have got a bit of an idea going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Well, with all my aches and pains and bad my body hurts, I think I got the ancient Chinese disease. Young no mo.
what is it?
I said with all my aches and pains and the way my body hurts all the time, at my age, I think I have the ancient Chinese disease. Young no mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young no mo.
Yeah, I think I may have the same disease. Actually, here's a that reminds me of a tale of this guy. He wakes up one morning, he feels all right, but he looks in the mirror and goes, "Geez, I'm looking a bit rough." Oh, don't worry about it. Go to work. And he goes to work, and he walks in, and his workmates recoil from him. Say, "Jesus, man, you look like shit. You should go and see the doctor." He said, "Well, I don't feel that bad." But it continues throughout the day. Everybody's just looking at him going, "Jesus, man, what the fuck?" And eventually he figures, well, if it's at that point, maybe I should, you know. And so what he does is he goes and makes an appointment and goes and sees the doctor. And the doctor's Chinese guy. And he's there, what seems to be a problem? And he's there. Well, I feel okay, Doc, but everybody's saying I look awful. He's there. And he looks over and the doctor looks and goes, "Whoa." He said, "Let me get book." He gets this book.
Let me get book.
Through the various conditions that this could relate to. He said, "Ha! Here we have it. You have Zachary disease." Zachary disease? Never heard of that. He said, "Oh yes, face look exactly like arsehole."
Damn. Like asshole. That's fresh.
All right. We're looking better with this now. I'll show you.
Ah. Got better bonding.
We'll be going very shortly. Just there.
That tape I hear is a lot better, didn't it?
Yeah, so there we go.
I learned you something, hang on.
So yeah, now what I'm thinking of, the question I'm now wondering is when to tidy up those bits of on the undercarriage that have been a bit rumpty. I'm thinking probably now's as good a time as any before I glue that on.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to zoom out. What's the time now? I need a mouthful of coffee. Yes, I do. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to let that dry a little bit longer. And what I'm going to do is redo these indicator lights. So yeah, and I have the paint conveniently on hand, being clear orange and not clear yellow. Now, where
Yeah.
is my... I am going to put the heater on, I've decided. It is fucking cold.
I've got to get some clear orange and clear yellow for my turning signals and what forth.
Hang on. I'm not getting a... there we go. I think the batteries on the... with the remote need replacing. And of course it hasn't started. Why would it do that? Come on. Come on. Oh, you can't have the thing. You going to start or what, cunty? Thank
Do you
you.
do what most people do when your batteries are running low? Do you slap the remote, or do you take the back off and roll them around to get a little more life out of them?
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to shake, shake, shake ba, ba, da, ba, with the paint. Now, get that out of the way. Because once I've got this done, and we tidy up the undercarriage, that's a bit annoying, that is. But that won't take too long to settle back in.
Tidying up my undercarriage.
Yeah. Gonna have to, but never mind.
I think I am out of black. And out of black.
So, this won't take long.
God, this stuff stinks.
There we go. Ugh.
That will be enough paint.
I tell you what, I laid down last night about 5 minutes after 11, and I woke up at about 10 after 5 this morning. You get that a weird feeling that when you sleep solid like that and you wake up, it's like you just laid your head down.
Sometimes you wonder where it.
I was rested, but it just seemed like I had just laid my damn head down.
Yeah, sometimes you get that. It's not. It's not a pleasant sort of. It's an odd sort of a feeling.
It is an odd feeling. Very odd feeling.
I remember once waking up, and I was just sitting at my computer desk having my morning coffee, and I thought the entire day had gotten ahead of me. That's how much I felt like I'd just gone to bed, sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before I realized, hang on, you just wake up, sunshine. Yeah.
Then there's been times when you go to sleep and you wake up within an hour after you laid your head down and you feel like you've been asleep all night. It's really weird the way that works.
It does vary. I mean, everybody, you sleep better some nights than you do others. These are facts.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I usually wake up at 3 o'clock and 4-ish.
These days I sleep like a baby.
You sleep like a baby.
Oh, yeah. Generally. Actually, wait, that's not entirely true, and I'll tell you why.
No, you say you wake up.
With my experience in childcare, that you can put a baby to sleep on a perfectly normal sleeping angle, and for some reason, the vast majority of them seem to wind up asleep with their butts in the air and their face first in the pillow.
I used to sleep like that as an adult.
And I could never fathom it And I passed comment to the other workers, what the fuck is with that? They couldn't believe that. To them, they too were astounded by the fact that, yeah, you could put a kid in a perfectly normal sleeping position. And with remarkable frequency, they'd wind up asleep in that position. Now, as to whether potentially it's a replication of the fetal position,
Could be.
that just occurred to me. It might be something to do with that,
Well,
but it's still weird.
I sleep like a rotisserie chicken at night. I'm slowly turning.
There's a Simpsons episode. I'm pretty sure it's the one where Homer gets accused of sexual harassment, which he is not guilty of. But it's got the channel, whatever it is, news it is with Kent Brockman, and they've got some sort of infrared sort of setup going. And Marge is clearly roasting a chicken. But they identify that as Homer Simpson, clearly stewing in his own juices.
Yeah, if I sleep in a fetal position now, Bassman would have to call the paramedics to come get me up. I'd be
If you
stuck.
can actually get to the stay in the fetal position, not too heavily, but it's actually a very good position for your back, I believe. Because what it does is it actually supplies a stretch. Now, and there's a reason why you're in that position for 9 months. It's actually quite supportive of your overall structure. That said, it's a bit different once you're out of the womb, and as you get older, that option becomes a bit less.
You know, thank the
Actually,
maker.
here's a great,
One thing we don't remember is being born, right?
yeah. Actually, here's a great being born line for you from Stewie Griffin.
Imagine.
It's coming up to his birthday, and Lois is talking to him, saying, "When you were born, the doctor said you were the happiest looking baby he had ever seen." Well, of course. It was the day of that was my victory day. The day I escaped your accursed ovarian Bastille. And yeah. Okay, first a quick question. Do you know what the Bastille is?
Tell us.
No?
French prison.
Bastille. What?
Yeah, basically it was the French prison during the days of the
Revolution.
monarchy in the late 1700s. And there's a big thing in France called Bastille Day, because one of the big events of the French Revolution was the storming of the Bastille. There you go. So that's why to Stewie being in the womb was the accursed ovarian Bastille. All right, I think we might just give these a little extra coat on the indicators. Then we're going to get stuck into doing those repairs we require. All right. I'm a bit disappointed that I may not get this finished today. We'll see.
What's happening today?
Well, no, in terms of the because I'm going to need to let a few things dry, I may not get the Impala finished. And I'm a bit disappointed with that. But the bits, it's one of those things of it's going to require like 2 touches. but I'm still going to need to let that stuff on the undercarriage dry properly before I can go putting the bumper bars and other stuff on. Actually, not necessarily. We'll see. All right, here's our indicators done.
Oh, yeah.
So there we go.
Nicely done.
They give good detail on everything to do AMT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And as the general kit sort of a setup, you got to be pretty happy with their stuff. I mean, let's face it, I didn't actually, the amount of gluing, I didn't have to get too heavy with the gluing on the actual, well, that's actually holding really nicely. Still not sitting in nicely though. Could sit better in. But at the same time, it's hard to fault it. Okay, let's clean this brush, shall we? Or where did I put the bloody one thing with thinner in it? Maybe this one.
I think I'm pretty happy with the way my Impala turned out.
Yeah. This one. I don't think I have any thinner conveniently on hand. Shit. Okay. I have a cunning plan. Back in a minute.
A minute is all you're allowed to have.
Well, it's like that then. Back in a six then.
Ding, 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 ding. How'd that train come along there, David?
Fiddly.
Uh-oh.
One part's broken, so
Hey, didn't you look up yesterday about that steam locomotive coming through?
Yeah, well, I didn't finish looking it up.
I think you might be right about that steam locomotive coming through.
well, I don't know if it's where it came through to different states and everything. Perhaps he's gone the other way or
Yeah,
something. Or,
coming through here. He's looking it up now.
Hey, Motor Mining, how you doing? I only just saw you were there. Sorry, mate. Now,
hello.
fortunately, I have found some thinner.
Yay. So the Union Pacific Big Boy number 4014, the world's largest operating steam locomotive, is currently rolling through the eastern United States on a historic coast-to-coast tour to celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Wow. Now here's an interesting one for you. This is an example of that actually gives me an opportunity to give you a good example of the sort of questions that they pose in Pointless. Remember that game show we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
One of the ones they asked was they got contestants to answer countries that had more than 8,000 kilometers, 5,000 miles, of train tracks, active train tracks. And of course, the US was one.
Right.
But of course, that scored quite highly.
There you go, Dave.
More interesting ones were places like
David.
here's one that you would, in fact, this is what was a pointless answer because nobody guessed it.
That's it.
Was Cuba. Actually has over
Thank you, dear.
5,000 miles of train track.
How many miles of train track?
5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought so, but it's true apparently. And this is the whole thing. Because they would pitch that same question to a studio audience. They write down their answers. Nobody would have came up with Cuba. Thus, you get 0 points. Whereas if you say Cuba, now if you say the US, which is pretty commonly known that they've got a lot of train tracks, that's one of the things they're known about, trains. But I think that would have scored you about 80 or 90. So it's a very high scoring answer and not the answer you're after, if you see what I'm saying. And that's how the game's played.
Oh, okay.
And the lowest scores win. And there's 2 people a team. So yeah.
Yeah, the first part, half of the show is either one person answer a question or the other. It depends on they take turns until they get down to the last 2 teams. Then they can talk to each other.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not allowed to do that. So it sort of gives it a bit more of a challenge. Now, what was I going to do next? There was something. Undercarriage. Now, chaps, it's 8:30. I've still got time to do stuff. This is good. All right.
Half past a monkey's ass, quarter between his balls. Your dad ever tell you that, or your grandparents? When you asked them what time it was. My dad and my grandfather, when I was younger, whenever I asked them what time it was, they would say half past a monkey's ass and quarter between his balls.
Yeah, we had our rather more polite version was a hair past a freckle.
Hair past a freckle. I've heard something similar to that one as well.
That's why we had a more polite version. I don't know. Maybe it's that British thing coming out. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, that was the line that used to get thrown at us.
Half past a monkey's ass and quarter between his balls. Y'all had hair past the freckle too. No, you didn't. Really? Yeah, Bass one said she had that saying in her family too. Hair past the freckle.
Yeah.
Nope, it was half past the monkey's ass, 420 balls. Well, you know, my dad did look like Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Evil, I tell you, evil.
All righty, now. Whenever I think of evil, I think of the. Actually, it wasn't originally Metallica, it was the cover they did. Of. Now, I think the band who did it originally, for some reason, Diamond Head sounds right. But it was certainly a very much older track, but the song is Am I Evil?
Damn,
You know the one?
not evil. Not evil, I'm just misunderstood.
Ah. It was a, yeah, so, it's considered a bit of a classic in its time, partly because Metallica Classic covered it, partly because it's got some textbook metal moments in it. But yeah, you probably know the riff if you heard it. That's pretty much the whole riff right there. And am I evil?
Reminds me of the Friday the 13th.
Yes, I am.
The Jason soundtrack. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Now, next, I'm going to grab this. We come over. Get off of my. You can go over to there. Now, hopefully, we can. We'll need to be a little careful here. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right. Now, this needs to be reasserted into the stable there. Yes, it is. So we just need to go a bit there. That's fine. This we will now do. Now, once that's done, actually, you know what?
Tell us something.
Given that I'm tidying stuff up on the bottom here, and given the angle it's all at, this might also be a good time to, in fact, get the grill and the rear bumper bar on. Because if I'm doing this angle, it's there to be done, if you follow me.
Yep.
Now, something else I might consider. No, that's probably as good as it's going to get. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
No, we won't do it.
So first, we'll get a set of tweezers just to lift that for a moment.
Do what?
There we are. And in you go. And we will also just pop that onto there. But we'll also this little joint down here.
You did the word of the day, right?
I did the limerick.
The limerick. Okay. I can't remember.
Well, if you wait a moment, I can potentially read it again. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna. All right. Hopefully that will get that secured. And the limerick was.
The what?
The limerick was. Ah, yes. There was a young girl of Baroda who built herself a pagoda. The walls of its halls were hung with the balls and the tools of the fools that bestrode her. Ha! Here's one for you then. You ready?
Yep.
There was a young girl of Cape Cod who thought babies were fashioned by God. But it was not the Almighty who lifted her nighty, it was Roger the Lodger, that sod.
Well, here's the
The
penis.
logic gets everywhere.
Here's the penis poem for you. My nookie days are over. My pilot light is out. What used to be my sex appeal is now my water spout. Time was when, on its own, from my trousers it would spring. But now it's a full-time job trying to find the fucking thing. For every single morning, it would watch me shave. Now, as old age approaches, it sure gives me the blues to see it hang its little head and watch me tie my shoes.
Nice. I had at the moment a mate of mine's coming over on Sundays to help me with the garden. And look, to him, it's also to get a bit of exercise, and that's dead set serious. And God, tell you, the man needs it. I don't mean to sound uncharitable, but it's true. He's got some serious weight issues. Anyway, the other day, because I've got quite a large mirror in my bathroom, he said, "Your bathroom is fantastic." I'm there, why is that? He said, "Because it gave me the ability to see something I haven't seen in years." I'm there. And yeah, you can see where this is going, can't you?
There it is.
Yeah. And yeah, I had basically was thinking, look, mate, if you haven't seen it in that long, maybe you need to consider getting that weight under control, mate. Just saying.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the bigger you get, things disappear. And after milk,
Certainly have in this case, I tell you. Yeah, tweezers. That's right.
Yeah, we're talking about that, and you say tweezers.
Ah. There we go. Okay, it'll work like that. The game.
Hell, mine used to wake me up every morning, pat me on my chest. Hey, get up. I gotta go pee. Hey, get up.
I'm not able to have a complete conversation with mine, although it does dominate my actions. To this day. Let's face it. Anybody who says they don't obey their penis, liar!
Well, the penis said to the balls, "Hey, I'm going to take y'all two to a party." The balls reply, "You're a fucking liar. You always go inside and leave us out here alone knocking."
Yeah, that's it. Nice. Now, I've almost finished tidying up the undercarriage. I'll be very happy once I have, as I'm sure you can understand. Because now we're getting to that point of being very pleasantly close, if you know what I mean.
Dad used to always say closeness only counted with horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
You ever play horseshoes? Either one of y'all?
I played a similar game with bits of rope.
With a rope?
Circles of rope that you use in the same way that you would use horseshoes. In terms of you still got that.
Yeah.
You still got the stick as a target. You've still got circles, or things you're throwing to try and get over it. Ideally, quoits, I think is the name.
Yeah, that's what they use on board ships, safer for passengers.
There you go. That's not right. Get on there. Having a bit of a time with this bit of suspension that came out.
We used to play with real horseshoes.
Well, we don't. Here's the thing, mate. I don't live in a country area.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you can buy the kit. Came with
okay.
six plastic horseshoes.
I do seem to recall, and you might get a bit of a chortle out of this. In fact, I would suggest you can actually buy, yes, a horseshoes game kit, and basically it has plastic horseshoes that are weighted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we ultimately just ended up playing quoits. That was the more easily and more. That was the cheaper version, so to speak. It was cheaper, so why wouldn't you just do that?
So, horseshoes, actual real horseshoes are abundance around here. I don't know how they are there in Australia.
In the area in which I live, not very.
Oh, no, not very. Not where you live at. Absolutely not.
But of course, in some parts of the
That's what we used younger was
yeah, absolutely, it would be a thing. I mean, when I was a kid, there was actually horse adjustment yards across the road. So, yeah, there was quite a few horseshoes then, and I do seem to recall actually growing up. I don't know where this item is now, with a horseshoe on the. It's supposed to be above the door. We actually had it inside for some, because I don't know if it might, whether it was a thing of not allowed to nail the horseshoe above the door or whatever. I don't know what the drill was with that. But ultimately, it had the horseshoe supposed to bring you the good luck.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you get the idea. We had it hanging up over the.
So y'all heard the game cornhole, right? Where that's a piece of wood with a hole in it. You throw a bing bag to ring the hole.
I've seen those fairs.
Yeah. So why has that become such a big thing? And it's even actually on TV where they have like sponsored games, cornhole. Why didn't horseshoes ever become a thing like that? Throwing a fucking bing bag into a fucking piece of wood with a hole became really big.
Again, I'd say accessibility, but also when you're looking at modern stuff, that a lot of you say you're looking at something that's modern and
That
it's
don't make sense to me.
very popular. A lot of it is straight out marketing, mate.
It don't make sense.
No, straight out marketing is what that is.
Hmm.
Consider the following. Here's a good example. Now, I don't know if you've encountered it over in the US, but over here, there's been this whole thing of what's called hot yoga.
Hot yoga. Oh yeah.
And so it is a thing in the US. Okay, this will help the explanation. And I know a guy who actually does. He's a physio, but he's an yoga instructor himself. He said he went just to check it out to see what the all the excitement was about, and discovered that it was just yoga being done in a sauna. In essence.
Wow.
He said, and if people wonder why they're losing weight, there's no big surprise to this. Jesus! Hey, that was a bit. Hey,
It's so good.
we're good. In fact, if anything, that just has me going. Okay, so it's okay, sir. They're solid. I'm just trying to see where this goes in. Are they meant to be two little? Give me a moment. Oh, you cunt of a thing. No, they are not. Okay. What I'm looking for, it looked like there was meant to be two things that go in there. There are not. Okay. But it looks like there's two very clear studs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's me and David.
Very droll. Unless that's meant as a way of defining distance. Which it could be, I guess. I think I see. Yeah, okay. All right. What we're going to do, boys and girls, because that's obviously got to go there. That's a no-brainer. So, that being the case, we'll get down to business. Now,
His mom.
if I can get that on, or this and the front on, I'll actually be pretty happy with that. And I want to let a few things dry, I'd suggest, before I pretty much just have to turn over and put the bonnet on. Wow. If I wanted to be very particular, I could maybe tidy up some paintwork as well. But, you know. Oh, wait, I've also got to connect up the hoses and wires, but that'll have to wait till tomorrow, which is a bit disappointing.
But I think I have tidied up my Impala. I'll be working on my Mustang tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's not overthink this, big boy.
And breathe. Take a deep breath. Tighten up the buttocks.
It's not staying on.
I'll say, which piece are you trying to apply?
The rear bumper.
Oh. They have to prop it up at a stand-up angle, leaning against something in order for that to stay in there. I had to do mine like that when I glued the bumper on mine. Because the paint and the chrome bumper took it a little longer to adhere, so I had to stand mine up on the nose.
Okay. Yeah, it's not really taken too nicely.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I can maybe get something to hold it in, lean up something against it to hold it in position. Do you reckon I'm best off served doing one at a time?
Yeah, I would do the bumper first and let that dry. Probably wait till tomorrow to put the other piece on because
Okay.
you're going to wind up.
Now, I wonder. I haven't. Oh, no. Actually, it might work. Aha! That'll hold it in position. Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to actually use my packet of files to hold it. We're going to need to go from the side for me to be able to do it that way. We're going to get the glue. Once I get this done, I'm going to wind up, I'd suggest, because I'm going to have to let this dry.
Yeah, that way tomorrow it'll be nice and dry and stuck.
And I might even get the other one on a bit later on. We shall see. That way around, Rob.
Oh, that's right. It's morning time for you. I forget.
Yeah, it's 25 past midnight here. It's this morning.
So now I have future Rob and future Dave. It's 7:22 p.m. on Sunday.
This is very frustrating. It shouldn't be this fucking hard, in my opinion. Get back here.
It'd be fun if it was easy.
Right, now let's see.
That like a woman would be fun if it was easy, but yeah, it would be too.
No, not quite. Like that.
Ah, shit.
Fucking. And breathe before I go on the killing spree.
We'll picture something that's splat.
Why, after it's been such a nice kit, is it putting me through this clusterfuck?
They have to test your patience.
Pardon?
So it has to test your patience.
It's doing a damn fine job of that.
Patience is a virtue.
Be damned! Patience is a virtue, my ass.
You don't know, Will.
That's the one. All
There
right.
you got it.
I think so.
No.
Yeah, I have. Grumble, grumble, grumble. All right. All right. And on that note, I'm going to give you gentlemen some solo time. All righty. So we'll start with you, David. How's that train coming along? Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it get frustrating putting the size things on.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. I actually did have a look at some of the train options on train kits inspired by that. I'm kind of curious, I must say.
That's cool, David.
Getting there. Yeah, just a couple more on this one. Then I got the trailers to do afterwards. That's it. I got to spray those tomorrow. I can start those tomorrow night. Otherwise, that's done.
Nicely
I
done.
just got to put the
Alrighty.
shields on the
Yeah.
side here then. So that's it.
Okay.
So,
Cool deal.
yeah. So if you don't duck too close, you'll be okay. It's
Nice.
that bar right there has been the problem.
I think you done a
Cool.
fine job, sir. Fine job.
Indeed.
There you gotta go.
Nice one.
Nice.
Ah. All right. Bassman.
Cheers.
Oh, wait.
Cheers.
Wait. Oh, no. Cheers. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Bassman, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. My 67 Impala is complete. I've got the
Nice.
lights done in the front, the Super Sport decal on the front. I got the park lights done. I mean, the backup lights. Got the
Nice.
1967 emblem on it. Got under the hood all wired up. Got
Nice.
all the battery cables on it. An alternator wire, starter wire, spark plug wire. Got the breather, the 350 on the engine, and all that painted up. And can't see the interior, but that thing,
Yeah.
it looks like glass.
Mm.
Turned out nice. I'm really pleased with this one.
It's a good job, man. Nice.
Thanks, sir.
Well, mine will indeed be done tomorrow because let's face it, there's not much left to do on it. It's just a question of this undercarriage needs to dry now,
All right.
and then I'll be well happy. And I'll be focusing on the DR1 then. All righty, but in the meantime, that is us. Oops, I need to move my my thingamajig. There we are. There I am. That's us done for today. Thanks everyone for watching. We do appreciate it. First time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And follow, like, or subscribe. Now, tomorrow is Tuesday, and we'll be back. And indeed, we'll be back at the same kit time and the same kit channel. We'll catch you good people then. See yous.
Bye.
Bye.